Welcome
to the Two Travelers in Mexico. Hi guys, Paulette and Mark here. Today we wanted to talk to you guys about our Victoria private insurance that we have. And we had mentioned before that it was like $310, I think, for Mark and I to be covered for the year. And it also included a yearly physical.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought that this topic and our experience would be worth sharing with you.
Yeah, and oh, what an experience it was.
It wasn't that bad.
Well, that's true.
Anyhow, so we managed to set up our appointment by going in there and talking with somebody that spoke pretty good English. We set up our appointment. We showed up like a month later for it, early in the morning.
And so this is that story.
We had a fast too the night before,
we had
they
a
always
fast
do for
the
cholesterol.
night before, like they do in the United States. And I'll let Paulette tell her story first.
Okay, so I knew that mine covered a PAP, and I knew that it covered blood work, which was pretty good for considering we paid like $310 for both of us for the year. Mm-hmm. Of course, he didn't need the PAP, just me. So,
yeah, thankfully, I did not need the PAP.
Thankfully. So they did the lab work, they did my PAP, and then they called me back again. This whole thing took about 3 hours, believe it or not, and we were the very first ones there in the morning. But, hey, whatever, we're retired, right? We're not in a hurry, just take your time, nothing happens real fast. So then they called me back, and I wasn't sure for what, and it was a mammogram, Lord behold. So I have a personal love-hate thing, kind of against mammograms. So I went ahead and did it, but the tech that came in there was a man. And in the United States, it's always a woman that does your mammogram, apparently not in Mexico. So anyhow, so he did the mammogram. I just had to, forget about modesty or whatever. And so I did. And so we did the mammogram. And then I came out. We did urinalysis on both of us also. And then I'll let you go ahead and tell your story on your end.
Okay. So one of the first things they did with me is they handed me a urine cup. So I went and took care of that business. And then I had the...
Sorry, mosquito was biting my foot.
The mosquito was trying to draw blood from Paulette.
Yes.
So I went and did that, and we sat out in the lobby for quite a while, and every doctor that came up to try to explain something to us, I started to try to hand them the urine cup, but no one was taking it. They just said, no, that's not me, so we held on to it for a while. Finally, they called Paulette back and did the stuff with the mammogram, and she came back out, and then they called me in after that, and I saw a doctor, and she drew some blood, just asked me a couple of questions. It didn't last all that long, and then I went back out to the waiting room, and finally someone had come and picked up my urine cup that I'd been trying so desperately to get pawn off on every doctor that came to talk to us. And then you went back again, right?
Yeah, they called me back again, and I'm like, what? Like, what's going to happen now? But they ended up doing a chest x-ray, which I've never had done in the United States during a physical at all. So, and normally you have to schedule a mammogram separately. It's not part of a physical, but in Mexico, apparently, it is.
It is. So Paulette got her chest x-ray, came back out. I'm still sitting there. And then they called me back, and they did a chest x-ray on me. And they took a few different shots, and I came back out. And then the doctor came back out and told me that I needed to keep drinking water. So I did. I drank, a few cups. I wasn't sure what for at the time. And so they just kept telling me that I had to drink more water, drink more water, drink more water. Finally, a doctor came out and said, let us know if you feel like you have to urinate. And so
Pee.
So finally I got to that point, so I went up to the desk and let them know. And they took me back right away into this room, and they did an ultrasound on my midsection.
Like bladder area.
Bladder area, yeah. And then they said that I could go use the bathroom. So I did, and I came back in, and then they did another ultrasound on my bladder area, and then sent me back out. So that was it for my experience. And at that time, you were done too. You were just waiting for me, right?
Yeah, we were done. I mean, I did not think it was going to cover all that stuff. But what was interesting, I thought, is they never took our blood pressure.
No.
Kind of interesting, huh? You would think that in a physical, they would take your blood pressure, right? No, they never took our blood pressure at all.
Yeah.
Chest X-ray, never heard of that, unless you needed a chest X-ray. And, the urinalysis, the blood, the PAP is all, and then the mammogram was unexpected too.
Yeah.
So
they did all that, and it was basically for free. It just came with our membership or signing up for the private health care. But really, if you think about it, getting all that work done times 2 for 2 people, that would have ran us way more than the cost of the health insurance for a year. I mean, it's just amazing what you can get in Mexico in terms of medical expenses.
Sorry, I had a bug on my finger.
Yeah.
I swear these critters just love me, and I always wear sandals. I had something that was crawling between my finger there. Okay.
Yeah, she does always wear sandals.
I do. I always wear sandals. I'm a thong kind of girl. So anyhow, so that was our experience. We just want to share it with you. Now, I don't know if you guys have anything to share that you've had a physical and what it actually covered here in Mexico. But, we bring it to you live, all of our experiences that we have here in Mexico, just to let you know, that whole thing, and that it wasn't a fee to us. At least I don't think it was. We were told that the physical was included. Now, we'll find out later, I guess, if there is some kind of a fee for the mammogram or chest X-ray or.
Yeah, I think they would have charged us then, though. But so we just have to get the results of our tests that they did back.
Yeah, and I told them that we were going to be leaving Mexico for a while. We were going to be doing some traveling, and we wouldn't be there to get our results. Apparently, what I understood was that we need to call to make an appointment to get our results. However, calling isn't going to do me any good because my Spanish sucks.
Yeah.
And they talk too fast for me to understand. So what we'll do is when we get back to Mexico, we'll go ahead and we'll go into Victoria and then set up an appointment and then go over our physical with them and find out what our results are.
Yep.
So there you go. That's our experience with our physical, and share with us below if you guys have had one or what it includes, or whether you found this helpful, not helpful.
Yeah, whether we put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Sorry if we did. Sorry about that. You can wake up now. The video's almost over.
Yeah. So I just heard something over here. We're at a park here in California, and
don't worry though. We are just here for the short period of time. We are going back to Mexico. That was the thing when.
Oh yeah.
When we crossed the border, we almost immediately started missing Mexico, and we miss it more and more each day. So and that's when I think that that you've made the right decision, because we are really homesick for Mexico. Yeah.
We've got things that we're taking care of here. I'm sorting through some totes on what to bring back in our small car. My daughter's moving, and we're going to help with that. She's leaving California. moving to another state, and so we're going to be helping with that process when that comes up, and then from there staying a couple of weeks and help her out, and then we'll be heading back to Mexico.
Yeah, we should be back in Mexico end of September, early October. Today's September 1st, I believe.
September 1st, yeah, because we need to also start our just looking for bugs. We also need to be starting our renewal on
for our visas.
On our
Yeah.
temporary visas that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Mark's going to be going to permanent, and I'm going to stay temporary because we still want the car.
Right. And, and it's been well documented by now. If you're on a permanent visa, you cannot drive or own a foreign plated car in Mexico. So Paula's going to stay temporary. So we'll have our car for 3 more years. The car's still, it's only like 4 years old, has like 30,000 miles on it. So it's still in great shape. You know, at the end of that time, we'll drive the car out, sell it, come back, and probably buy a car in Mexico.
Right. And I'll be doing the driving since he'll be permanent now. He's not supposed to drive the vehicle anymore since he is going to be a permanent resident.
Permanent resident.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if it were an emergency, I was told that he could do something like that.
Yeah.
But
like if I had to drive you to the hospital or something like that. But all right, well, that's all from the 2 travelers in Mexico, temporarily in California under the hazy skies of a lot of fires going on here.
Yeah, there's like over 600 fires, and you know, some days it's bad and some days it's worse.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy here right now. Like at restaurants, you can't eat inside. You can eat outside with the smoke. That's okay.
Yeah, but you can't eat inside.
Yeah, you can't be inside 6 feet at a table. Because I guess, you know, that's just not okay to do.
Yeah.
So that's it. And we will talk to you later. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
What she did.